All right, let's go ahead and get a recap going for this Wednesday and take a look at some of the price action that we had today and see what opportunities we had. As you can see, we're looking at the 15-minute. We do have our key levels here, the green line right through here and the purple line right here. These are the breakout triggers that we had going on. And then the blue and the red were the daily support and the resistance here. And then we went ahead and marked up our fixed range volume profile for the last 4 hours before we ran into the 7 o'clock hour. And then also you can see the lines through this level was through the last 24 hours. And price action actually ran up through the evening or early morning. And then we came into the change in the morning. So we had our 30-minute candle built through here. So the top of the 30-minute candle was also the breakout trigger area. And then we had the candle right through here on the bottom here on the 30-minute. And you can see right here, we started to move up pretty aggressive. For me, even though the breakout areas right here is really tight and kind of sloppy, if you will. So I wanted to see a little bit more energy, and I was looking more of the area of up here with the breakout resistance. And from the evening, if we were going to kind of draw this out, this is what I was kind of expecting to see in the area that we were in. And then if we were going to draw our target, we could be using that as a target, or we could be going down back into this area as a target. So it just depends on how you want to take that area. Somewhere right in here. So you can see that there is your two areas that we could have taken a stab at target here. And then of course, we also can go into the 5-minute 21 also and look for this to break down. So anyways, so we were looking for this to break out with energy. You can see that there was a little bit of energy that created here. At the time, you can see this Stoch is rolling over. This kind of gives us an indication that the MACD is getting ready to kind of roll back here and flatten at least. The one thing is that we are in that breakout area that we'd be looking for. So if we go into the 5-minute, this is a rougher trade, but it was presentable and offered some opportunity here. So you can see that we are coming up on the RSI and on MACD. The only thing that wasn't positive in this was the Stoches on the 5-minute. So that's why I was holding back right through here, even though we got back above the 21 and we're kind of on this breakout, but this could have easily broken back down, right? So we were using this run up area, and then we had this pattern, which would have created this bold triangle in here. And that's what we're looking at. So I'm really seeing if we're going to hold right through here. And at that point, you can see that everything is actually maintaining up structure down or up through here, and you are getting the rollover. So the solid entry would have been somewhere right in these candles. If we were looking at taking this option, you'd be taking it right through here before we got the breakout. That's what you're kind of looking at. You could have taken it on this area, and then obviously right below the lower here is where you put your stop, and then go ahead and run it out 3 to 1, or you could have ran it up to the target areas is what we're looking for. Say you got in even further up on the breakout, somewhere up in here, it's still a good entry. The stop still is safe down in here. That's where you'd want to take it, because those are your areas that we had to climb through in order to get breakout. That's why it always gives you a clear direction of where to put a stop, and that's what we're looking at right here. So this would have been the 5-minute entry. Is what we took advantage of. Remember, we're trading the 15-minute for an up run. You can see it did a nice little solid rip. Right here is a very good candle for exit, regardless of what's going on, because you did break out of some key support, which was right here on the last week's candle high, and we kind of traded up against it. And once we broke it, we took off. And this 5 minutes is very, very quick. Stack, stack, stack. A good time to take profit when you see that kind of stuff. So really, you would have been hit anyways if you put your target right at the full run and took advantage of it. Now, say you took this further target and you wanted it to go all the way up here. When you saw this hard wick and then see it fail, that's a good. It already had cleared the first target. It gave up on the second wick. Great time to exit would have been back down through here, or run your stop up really tight. So if you're saying, hey, I want to run a stop up, I would just ran it up right up into this area somewhere. Something like this in this area. It could have been a little bit down, but you really just want to run it up tight and say, hey, if it keeps falling here, I'm just going to get out. Obviously, it would have came and knocked you out. So, which is fine because you can see we kind of traded through the kind of to the mid or afternoon time frame, and then we kind of set back here, and now we're kind of grinding, right? We can't really get ahead here. We're kind of grinding on out. The lower time frames do show a small rejection. You are still above this 200, so don't get too excited on taking a short in the market. This isn't telling us to take a short as of right now. The other thing is it's not following any of our plans or strategies. But don't get sucked into this kind of movement here. That was the move right through here. I just showed you it. It was pretty clear. And now we're kind of grinding down. We're losing key levels. We're going back into the support area, and we'll have to kind of see where we go and take a look at price action again tomorrow. But that is about textbook style, with a little bit of rough movement. So and the reason why I say it's rough is because this was coming out of this move here. It already kind of looks like this area right here. And this is the same kind of look, and we set back, which makes sense because it came out, we got into energy, went through the session change, and we kind of had set back through that session change. Is why you don't jump into trades around the session changes. We came back in, we held the key level of supports, and then we started to grind back up, and that was the key level because we rejected there, so we need to see a clearance there. And you can see the energy kicking up in these candles are a lot bigger than these candles, right? And you see volume starting to kick in here in the 15-minute. So it's giving us a good sign. I showed you how to go into that 5-minute and take advantage of that trade and let it go on up. So that's what you're looking for. That's why it's nice to wait, because that was a nice clean trade and easy money, if you will. Less of this chop and stuff that's going on. So that is about it for the Wednesday. We'll go ahead and take a look at Thursday's price action. Remember, we do have coming on 4th of July here in the States. So the reason why I bring that out is you can see some weird price action coming into that time frame, and we do have to be kind of cautious and keep it on the back of our mind. And don't get stuck in the holiday week type trading and get stuck in the whipsaw effect, if you will. So that is about it. We'll go ahead and analyze price action tomorrow and dig into analyzing more chart data. So we'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe.